As we grow older, we are all taught new ways of thinking and new ways to behave and how to act. And through this maturity, the outside world is what helps change us on the inside. And during these times of growth, we slowly begin to expand our horizons and encounter new people with different cultures and thought processes. And within those cultures lie fascinating festivals and celebrations that unite people towards their beliefs. And today, here on FTD Facts, we are talking about a celebration that unites people not just in one country, but all over the world. And that is the celebration of Ramadan. Hey everybody, welcome back to FTD Facts. Well, actually, if it's your first time here, well, welcome to FTD Facts for the first time. Now, this is a channel where everybody else knows we talk about cultures, people, places, animals, and you name it, pretty much everything about everything. And today, yeah, we're going to look at Ramadan because I think it's a really fascinating celebration. I mean, first of all, it's a really long festival that a lot of people celebrate, so it's got to have a lot of merits. But what exactly is Ramadan, right? Well, a lot of you watching this may know, but keep in mind there are some people who really just want to expand their knowledge of your culture. So Ramadan is a very special time to the people of Islam, as it is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. And during this time, it has its followers partake in a fast that happens all the way from sunrise to sunset. Now, this particular time of spirituality and prayer will last anywhere between 29 to 31 days. And it is an annual observance because it is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. But what are the pillars of Islam? Like, what do they mean? Are they actual pillars that stick out of the ground? Not really. They are basically 5 things that you have to follow, such as the Shahada, which is an affirmation that there is no deity, but God and Muhammad is his messenger. There is also Salat, which is praying 5 times a day. And Zakat, which is giving to charity. Hajj, meaning making a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once a lifetime. And of course, Sawm, which is spelled S-A-W-M, and that is the fasting during the month of Ramadan. But what is going on with the fasting? Why do people do it? I mean, how does fasting and not eating food have any relationship with religion? Well, the reason for this is purely to focus on faith. If you remove eating from your daily life, you have more time to spend praying to God. However, it's not just about fasting, it's also about refraining from other things in your life as well, such as gossip or cursing. Also, some couples have to refrain from having sex throughout the day, and for all you smokers out there, well, you can't really smoke because that is also, blasphemy as well. Now, just because you are a Muslim or you may know somebody who is Muslim doesn't mean they actually have to fast during this time. There are some exceptions, for example, people with physical or mental illnesses, women who are also pregnant or breastfeeding, and sometimes, in some cases, the elderly. There's also political figures and athletes that get exempt from this. However, it is strongly recommended that once you feel better and once you have time, that you must commit to the fast yourself. And for this fast, sometimes it can last up to 22 hours, because keep in mind, some Muslims live in polar regions. That would be insane. Not eating for 22 hours, I don't think I could do it. But how does this process work? Do you just wake up and just not eat anything? Pretty much. One thing for certain is your first prayer of the day is called a Fajr. And at night, when you usually break the fast, you will usually have a date and a drink of water. Ramadan is also a time where one really reflects on oneself and also gives a lot to charity. A lot of Muslims during this time will give towards needy causes that will feed the hungry because, as stated earlier, one of the pillars is Zakat, which means giving to charity. And this will happen with the 1.6 billion Muslims around the world who celebrate Ramadan. Now, you might have heard of this word Eid al-Fitr before. What does that mean? Well, that is sometimes called Eid, or the Day of Testing, which marks the end of Ramadan, where one will usually dress up in their best clothing and partake in a huge feast. Now, unlike Christmas, the dates for Ramadan are not always the same. The reason for this is because Ramadan follows the moon cycle and not the sun, which the Georgian calendar follows. Which is why you may see the crescent moon on many Muslim country flags. And because it follows the moon cycle, that means Ramadan is pushed around anywhere between 11 to 12 days a year, making every Ramadan not always at the same time, which could be really quite confusing if you're not really following the moon's path. So for those who are watching this who aren't Muslim but have Muslim friends, you may want to go up to them and say Ramadan Mubarak, which means have a blessed Ramadan. And I don't know about you guys, but when I think of Ramadan, I kind of wonder, where did this all come from? I mean, there's origins of Christmas, there's origin of Holi, but what about Ramadan itself? Firstly, the word Ramadan stems from the Arabic words Ramida or Ramed, which means hot or dryness. As for the creation of the holiday, it is said that Ramadan was the first time the verses of the Quran were given to the Prophet Muhammad somewhere around 610 CE. And because of the major religious significance within this celebration, in some Muslim countries, it is illegal to not partake in the fast. And if you're a foreigner visiting these countries during this time, you might want to pack a lunch. So that is us just skimming the surface of Ramadan. Quite an interesting and different holiday than some of the ones that I know about and have learned about on this channel. And you know, it might be different from like Holi and Christmas, but what I like to take from learning about this holiday is that no matter who we are and what we believe in, during all these festivals, we wish to purge ourselves from any wrongdoings within our past. And of course, we wish to reflect upon ourselves and be with the closest ones to us and family. But anyways, guys, that is just my 2 cents, and I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in here to FTD Facts, joining us on the journey to learn more about people and cultures from all around the world. And before you guys all head out, we want to let you guys know, if you guys want to help support us even more, you guys can check out our Patreon page, because on our Patreon page, if you guys help us out throughout the month, we give you guys exclusive content that's not available on YouTube. Yeah, I know, you gotta sign over there to be a part of it. But also, guys, check out Grammarly.com/FTD Facts, because these guys are our sponsor and these guys are helping us. They help you guys with your grammar, help improve your English, and if you guys sign up with their program, or better yet, their subscription, you guys help us do, more videos. So the link for that and our Patreon is down in the box below. But this has been us talking about Ramadan, a different way to reflect on oneself than what some others may do. A time of year where people are thoughtful towards others and towards their religion. This is Ramadan, the Muslim celebration that inspires many individuals to be more than one.